Paul here, WRF Customs, doing another casting roundup video. Today we're going to be talking about the Cockney Cab 2. This is based on a London taxi, but a little bit souped up version. This was released in 2005, first editions, and it's still in production today. The designer was Fraser Campbell, and this is a pretty sweet Cockney cab with a big old V8 engine in it. And we're going to get right into it and talk a little bit about this model. Of course, 2005, this model came out. It came out black with shiny true chrome windows and exhaust pipes, along with the hood scoop that come out the top. There was a couple of different variations that come out on this. I have one of the three that I know of that's out there. The second one came out. If you look under the scoop, it has got a reddish orange light type deal, showing that the light is on for service. This one does not have that on it. It's missing there. Also on the rear end, if you notice that the shiny chrome that sticks out the back of the cab here, it should have had some lettering that said LIV and then 2 GUV, and you're not gonna be able to read it, but you see that there's a texture on there. It won't focus, but it came out with that particular base on it with those words. It was a pretty tough one to find. I never actually ever seen one. I only heard of it, so there we go. So them two are pretty sweet models. Next came in 2006 was the Chrome Burner series. This model is pretty got some pretty neat variations. This first one here, if you notice, it has a medium rear wheel, a small front wheel, and it has of course a chrome body, but if you notice that the windows and the exhaust pipes all have a blue tint to it, and just kind of an idea underneath, they have a cutout of the Hot Wheels logo on the base. So that one's pretty sweet. So we got her rolling away. So if you notice, this one here is the same, all but the medium size rear wheel. It again has the blue chrome windows and exhaust coming out the sides, and at this time the roof scoop still protrudes through the top of the cab, but that was a cool variation that they did. You know, slide them over here to the side. Then also in the chrome burners, we had a all blacked out windows and blacked out exhaust. The roof still had the protruding scoop there. Still has the black part of the base sticking back to the rear. Then you also have this one. This is kind of like a transition piece. Should have showed it first, but it has blacked out windows, large rear wheel, and the blue chrome exhaust coming out the side. Still have, it's all black base, where this base here had the chrome Hot Wheels coming to it. So them two jewels there are pretty sweet. Then they came out with a this was a V-Drop track set 2006, and I would say the only person that's probably got this car is probably Race Grooves somewhere in his collection somewhere. But if anybody else has that this car anywhere in their collection and are willing to let it go, I might be interested in it. It is a flat gray with red 5-spoke wheels, chrome windows, what have you. Pretty cool piece. The next variation that comes up is the gold taxi rods. It was one of four Came out in the taxi rods in 2007. And this kind of has an odd variation that a lot of people don't know about. It came out in gold. This is kind of a darker gold. Cool. Whoop, keeps wanting to roll away. Chrome windows, chrome exhaust. The scoop still comes out the roof. Still has the base coming out the back. But lo and behold, there was a translucent gold. Oh, these cars are rolling downhill. I guess my whole house is sinking. Alright, so this one here, if you can notice, it's a little bit lighter gold. And if you look on the hood, and you can see through it, it's translucent. This one here is darker gold. This one here is lighter gold. You can see where it looks like there's an indentation in the hood, and this one you can't see through it. The indentation on this one you can. You can see a little bit of a hole right there in the hood also. You can see a little bit through it on the roof. But it's definitely a different color, different thickness of plastic. This probably was the idea that sparked them to start doing the clear cars where you could see through them and see the chassis and stuff. But that's kind of a variation that's, you don't see much. Thanks for looking at those. Then we came out with came in a Scary Cars 5-pack 2008 called Boneyard Cab Tampos. This came from South Texas Diecast also, the picture did. Pretty sweet. It's red. Anybody's got one, let me know. Then they came out with the yellow one. This came at Walmart. This was probably the Fright Cars. In 2008. Number 4 of 8. I guess it was 8 of them that year. But looking for that one. This next model actually came out in 2009 on a single card. It's the green taxi. This is kind of one of my favorites of all of them. They really did a good job. At this point in time, they made these hood scoop part of the body, and if you guys don't, if I didn't say it earlier, the body on these are all plastic and the bases are metal. About this time, they also got rid of the bottom. They got rid of that where it protrudes through the bottom. They got rid of that. So this also came out in a Super 6 lane raceway in 2011. I don't have another one. I didn't have that race set. Race Crews may be able to chime in on that if he has that 2011 Super 6 lane raceway. I don't know if there's any variation on it. The picture that's on Wiki looks the same, so I don't know. It's saying it's got the same. Well, one says China, one says Malaysia, so there could be a difference. But that's that. Okay, so now we get into the last two models that have been released in 2015. Everybody's probably seen them. You've got the Taxi. Of course, it's chrome windows, chrome exhaust. Pretty sweet. Of course, it's no more logo on the bottom. The scoop on top is molded. The metal that used to protrude right there is now been changed. And last but not least is the blue one. They come out, and of course it's got the molded top, molded around the back. Taxi. But through the years they have done a few changes to it with the hood scoop and the rear. But I would say that the chrome burners one with the different variations on the windows is pretty cool. But the translucent one is, from what I understand, I don't know which one's harder to find, the translucent or the solid one, but they're both different colors. But appreciate everybody watching, and more to come. We'll roll out of the scene there.